everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of the Aviation Spotters podcast. I am your host, Colin, and today we have our second official guest on the show. Before that, though, just a quick reminder to check out our Facebook page for the Aviation Spotters podcast. There you get all the up-to-date information about new episodes, what's going on, and just general information about the show. We don't have any other social media platforms for now. That might change here in the future, nor do we have a website, but that is all subject to change. So anyway, go like and follow our Facebook page, the Aviation Spotters podcast. Anyways, let's jump into the interview. Today's guest is from Sacramento, California, and it is my pleasure to introduce Sam Martinez. Sam, how you doing this morning?
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Anyways, thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah, appreciate you having me.
Of course. All right, so let's get to know you a little bit. Where are you from? How you got into spotting?
Yeah, so I'm from Sacramento, California. I was born in Woodland, just 10 minutes outside, and I moved here when I was maybe 5 years old. And as a child, I was really into fire trucks and trains and stuff. 2009 came around, and that's when everything just changed. A commercial came on for my local air show, the California Capital Air Show, and I remember the room filling up with the sound of jets and stuff, and it just caught my attention. I was like, whoa, what is this? And ended up going to my first air show that year, and my first camera happened to be my Nintendo DSi.
No way.
So I bring that along, and that's where both aviation and photography started for me.
That's very cool. We'll get into the cameras here in a second, but how long have you been doing plane spotting then? So you kind of got your foot in the door in 2009. When did you actually start taking photos?
I got my first DSLR in 2011, so that's really where I started.
What about your home airport?
I have a couple. The closest one would be McClellan, which is a pretty busy one for fire tankers.
That's very cool. Fire tankers are some of my favorite things to take pictures of, especially we have the National Interagency Fire Center here in Boise, and we get a lot of cool stuff. I mean, you guys got a lot more cool stuff than you with the Cal Fire contract and all that.
Oh yeah, we just got a Blackhawk, I think, and then the C-130s just got painted up, so they look pretty sweet.
God, those C-130s are pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, besides plane spotting, what are your other hobbies you enjoy doing?
I just like general photography, really. I take pictures of my car a lot, if anything. Yeah.
What type of car do you have?
2018 Honda Civic Si.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little hot hatchback, huh?
Yeah.
What's your dream car?
I gotta go with 2014 Genesis Coupe.
Really? A Hyundai Genesis Coupe, huh?
That thing is beautiful.
I was honestly not expecting that answer.
Yeah. I don't know. I just fell in love with that car.
Yeah, hey, it's all preference, man. I mean, I've heard some pretty good things about that car, but just wasn't expecting a Hyundai Facilities dream car. Anyway, so you talked about how you had a Nintendo DSi for your first thing to take photos with.
Yeah.
That was the only thing you had, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, hey, whatever works, right? What other cameras have you used, and what's your current setup?
So pretty much I've used just Rebels since 2011. I had a T3i, that was my first one, and then I upgraded to a T6i in 2017. And then just recently I purchased my 6D Mark II, which is my dream camera. I'm glad I finally have it.
And the 60, that's a full frame, right?
Full frame sensor, yes.
Okay, yeah, so it's just a smaller version of the 5D.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much.
Okay, cool. And what type of lenses have you used and you're currently using?
My main go-to lens was the Canon 100-400 Mark II.
Yeah, the same one that I have.
Yeah, it was a really good lens. I rented the Sigma 60-600 for Nellis last year, and that lens is godly. I cannot wait until I actually get that lens.
Yeah, I saw your photos with that, and you took some absolutely astonishing shots with that one. And the reason I switched to Canon was to have Canon branded lenses, and then all of a sudden I see the Sigma 6, the 60-600, I'm going like, oh crap! I mean, that extra 200 millimeters there is completely worth, especially on a full frame setup.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm happy with my Canon. I can always get an extender if I need to.
Oh yeah, I went to El Centro and I was wanting to rent the 60-600, but wasn't able to. That 100-400 just did just fine.
Oh yeah, no, I saw
what I got.
When you get your photos reposted by Thunderbirds and Blue Angels pilots, I think you're doing okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Moving on, what's your favorite airport to go spot at?
It's a tough one. I mainly do McClellan, if anything. Mather is like 20 minutes away. Most times, if something's in the pattern over there, I won't have time to get it to rush over. Sometimes I'm lucky. They stay there for a little while.
What usually goes into pattern over at Mathers?
Mather, we usually get those MC-130s from Moffett Field.
Ooh,
Those, I really love the paint on those.
yeah.
Mather gets the most military traffic out of any airport around here, so it really gets anything. I've gotten Nautic F-16 from Fallon,
Whoa.
P-8 Poseidons. They come here all the time. Every now and then you'll see a E6 or a C-17 maybe.
Cool.
But one of my favorites is a U-2, which I've never been able to catch at Mather.
That's like those U2s to even see them in the wild is just
Yeah.
you have to be at the right place at the right time on a very lucky
Oh
day.
yeah.
And for those that don't know out there, NAUTIC stands for Naval Air Weapons Development Center in Fallon, Nevada, and that is Top Gun.
And speaking
Damn.
of Top Gun, I might be heading over to Fallon next month. Hopefully everything works out.
That'd be cool,
Yeah.
man. That'd be cool. Yeah, that's gonna be really cool if you manage to do that.
yeah.
If you pull those cards and able to get on the flight line and stuff out there.
Oh yeah, super hype.
Following that, what's your favorite airplane to go spot?
Right now, I'd probably say the U2. Just the other day, I went over to Beale just to try my luck, because every time I've gone over there, I've just never been able to catch one. But the other day, sure enough, 2 of them just hop up in the pattern for about 40 minutes. Got pretty lucky.
Damn. Were they the training ones or were they the full kit ones?
One of them was the trainer, and then the other had the 2 pods on the wings, which is it's just really cool to see those.
Yeah. No, the U2 is in general is a cool airplane to see no matter what.
Yeah. The sound is really sweet too.
They're extremely loud also
Oh, yeah.
from what I understand.
That's one of my favorite parts.
The Prowler was a loud airplane, a non-afterburning airplane, and that thing just screamed. I remember during the naval sundown of the Prowler, the Marines sent one in from Cherry Point and had a fuel stop in Boise. And luckily enough, I was able to go see it before work, because this is the only time I've had a photo of a Prowler in Boise, and obviously it'll never be replicated again.
Yeah.
And I remember I went over to work, I was loading an airplane, and I just heard it from the bin, screaming on takeoff. And I was going, what was that? And I realized, I thought it was a Strike Eagle that bounced, but it was the Prowler taking off. And I was just stunned on how loud these airplanes could be.
Yeah.
So what's your least favorite airplane to spot then?
Least favorite, no offense to the spotters out there, but any airliner in general, maybe.
Not a big fan of them, huh?
I'll go shoot them every now and then if a special library comes up or something cool. But yeah, I like to stick to some loud fighters, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I mean, I started out just shooting everything, and then you see the same commercial stuff over and over and over again. I try to keep a good balance of civilian to military. I don't like being one or the other, but I have been leaning towards the military stuff a little bit more. I mean, civilian stuff is cool every once in a while. Like we just got 4 747s here in Boise, and there's no way I'm not going to go take a picture of those because it's a 747 in Boise. All right, following that, what's your favorite airplane of all time?
I gotta go with the F-22 Raptor. It's the beast.
It really
Nothing
is.
compares.
That airplane. No, nothing does, and it's just a technological and aeronautical engineering marvel. Seeing that demo they did at Aviation Nation, where they scrambled the Raptor, it took off, and then it popped flares, which was on the second day, which no one was expecting, I believe, and it just beat the living crap out of those F-16s. Yeah, this is making it look easy.
Yeah, I saw it at my first air show, and it got me hooked.
Yeah. Now, I was supposed to go see the F-22 demo at Mountain Home during Gunfighter Skies 2018, and this is the first time I would have ever seen a demo. I mean, I saw the Raptors before and all that, sitting static at the air shows and at Red Flags, but I've never seen the demo. I'm going, oh yeah, I finally go see the F-22 demo. And unfortunately, the day I was there, that was the day Dan Buchanan had his accident and was tragically killed, and the F-22 taxied at the end of the runway, and we were waiting for it to take off, and then he taxied back after they announced his passing, unfortunately. So they had to wait a whole nother year because Aviation Nation wasn't going on. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll get to see the F-22 demo at Aviation Nation 2019. Well, nope, canceled.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I just had the worst luck with the F-22 demo. So I went up to Fairchild Air Force Base for the air show up there, and I finally got it. And they did 2 demos in a single day with 2 different aircraft.
Nice, yeah.
One was a Langley bird, and the other was a Nellis bird. Yeah, that was cool. And they were pulling buku vapor.
You love it when that happens.
Oh, I love Raptor vapor. It's the best. Moving on, what is your favorite event and/or location outside of general airport spotting?
Aviation Nation was pretty damn sweet. That was my first time going last year, and I loved the scenery in the backdrop. But I have to go with Oregon International Air Show up in Hillsboro. if they ever go back to the airport.
Yeah, I think the reason I went to McMinnville is they're doing the runway at Hillsborough during that
Yeah.
time. But no, I agree with you. I was there, and I think we were there the same day in 2018 without realizing
Yeah.
it until after the fact. I was only there for the sunset
Oh,
show,
okay.
and then I flew back to Boise that evening. Yeah, no, that's a great show to go to. You get some fantastic light, and you could just even sit outside the end of the
Oh, yeah.
runway, outside the fence too, and you get some great landing shots, or even just good demo shots in
Yeah,
general.
those trees off to the side are my favorite part.
No, and then sometimes you get Mount Hood in the
Oh,
background as
yeah.
well, which is even better. All right, so give us a spotting story. Anything in particular you'd like to share? Something happened that was awesome or scary or funny or anything like that?
Well, this was one day at the canyon. I was out with my friends, and it was kind of a slow day. The weather was very iffy. The morning was fine, but then throughout the day, it just on and off and rain. We went to get a MiG 15 for our first pass, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow, was it a test pilot school?
I
MiG
believe
15?
so, yeah. And we got a couple F-18s. We got a Dutch F-35, which is really cool.
It's always a good day when Archer shows
Oh
up out
yeah,
there.
he
You know he's going to give you some good
he even gave us
passes.
a warning pass. Not even he just circled over the lot and then went right through. That was pretty cool.
Oh god, I love the Dutch going through
But
there.
the pinnacle of that day was seeing this little black dot out in the over the horizon, just getting closer and closer. And then over the radio we hear Torch 33, 1,000 feet, 500 knots for now. And then just we start to realize it's a B1, and he just banks right over us,
No.
full wings, sweep back,
Oh,
and just dives right into Panamint Valley, that was the coolest thing we ever seen.
I remember seeing your photos of that, and I think you had a video of that, and I think my jaw hit the floor when I saw that. Man, just getting a B1 in
Yeah,
general now is it's just rare, but getting one, it wasn't in the canyon,
no,
right? It just went over
it was
the
just
rim.
over the rim, yeah.
Okay. Oh, man, dude.
But just the feeling,
I think
everyone just,
you made a lot of people jealous
yeah.
that day.
But just the moment, it was pretty freaking cool. Everyone just went silent. All you hear is shutters all along the ridge as it goes by.
Yeah, my dream shot is a B1 in the canyon, full sweep on full afterburners. It would probably never happen.
I mean, who knows?
Yeah, and it might widen the canyon by at least 10 feet. This one thing to the listeners out there, another kind of interjection, is right now we're talking about the Jedi transition. It's not officially closed anymore, but flying is extremely slow to what it used to be. A lot of bases and squadrons now have restrictions on flying the canyon if they're even allowed to anymore after the tragic accident that happened in July of last year. When people go out there to shoot low levels, they think, oh, we're guaranteed passes. Well, that's never the case. You go out to these locations and you might get a lot of passes or you may not get any. This is a lucky game that you get. Now, I've been out to the canyon where days where I've got 2 passes, and I've been out to the days where I've got 30. Don't ever assume that you're going to get passes. For right now, from what I understand, Jedi is open for passes, but it's down to the squadrons and the bases for passes. All right, real quick. So I just want to touch on the fire bombers you get at
Yeah.
McClellan. How are the fire bombers up there on your things to spot?
Um, Wait, what do you mean?
Like, do you enjoy going out to spot the bombers over there,
Yeah,
McClellan?
we have like 10 tanker with the D10s. If we're lucky, we'll get the global super tanker, the 7.4, which I really love. And then we'll get maybe some MAF C-130s from Channel Islands National Guard.
Yeah, if they mobilize the maps, if they have
Yeah.
to. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, the reason I brought that up is the fire bombers for me are some of the favorite things to spot. I know for down there in that area, it's a big deal over the summer. All right, let's start wrapping things up. Do you have any tips, words of encouragement, or anything else for all the people
Yeah,
out
for
there
sure.
listening?
Don't worry if people won't like your content or anything. If you have the passion and you put yourself out there, you'll eventually get a reach. And I'm really grateful for all the experiences and friendships I made in the community, especially my friends over at Mudspike Aviation. They're such great people and even better photographers. I wouldn't change any of it.
That's good. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that. It doesn't matter. We do it just because we like doing it. If you like our stuff, you like our stuff. But if you don't, You know, you don't. And that's, I think, what a lot of people do need to realize too. You have a lot of people that get really down on people that don't like their stuff, and they don't get the amount of likes that they think they should have, and all that other stuff. But it doesn't matter at the
It'll
end of the
come
day,
in time,
you know?
eventually.
Exactly. You know, it'll get there. Just trust us. All right, man. So where can we find your work? Flickr, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, jet photos, airliners. You know, give us the
Yeah, I
lowdown.
mostly post on Instagram at Sacktown AV Photo, and I also have a Facebook, Sacktown Aviation Photography.
Awesome. Jet photos. Also, I know you have some photos up there.
I haven't been posting much on jet photos lately, so I might start soon. You can find me at Sam Martinez.
Cool. All right. Well, I think that's all the questions. You got anything else you want to add,
I'm all
Sam?
good here.
Cool, man. All right, guys. That's going to bring it end to this episode of the Aviation Spotters podcast. Just a reminder, send me those profiles, avspotterspodcast@gmail.com. Send me those profiles that you think should be on the show. I have got some. I have sent them messages, so hopefully they get back to me and we could start doing what this podcast was set out to do and give those smaller guys some attention. DM me on Instagram, BOI Spotter, Twitter, BOI Spotter, also for those profiles. Give us a like and a follow and a share on your network. Share it out with everybody. And that's going to do it for me here on the Aviation Spotters podcast. And as always, keep those cameras ready and those batteries charged, and we'll catch you next time here on the Aviation Spotters podcast.